Welcome to the Daily Steve. How you doing? I'm your friend and favorite realtor, Steve Shane, and I'm here to give you the uncut, unedited truth on how to grow your real estate business bigger, faster, and stronger. Everything I'm telling you today is not theory because we're actually using it in our business every day. You ready? Let's go. What we're going to talk about today is really, really simple, but really, really hard. You know, what separates the top teams from average teams is really one simple thing. And it's the speed of iteration. The speed of iteration. Every large team that I know, every team that I see be successful, they are constantly implementing. They are constantly adding new tools and resources, adjusting and accelerating. They add, adjust, and accelerate. The three A's. So let's talk about let's talk about adding. So every business is a plane flying through the air, and as it's flying through the air, we're adjusting the wings and we're adding, little hooks and ladders and things to make this plane fly faster and more efficiently. We're building the plane as it flies, as the joke says. And we're constantly adding and subtracting things to our business so we can have speed and we can have efficiency and we can have profitability. So the best agents I know are always on the lookout for that one extra thing that's going to give them an edge, a new lead source, a new type of ISA program, scripting. But what they're really doing is they're saying, how am I going to add a system to my business that's going to make everything easier for everybody? What system can I add to my business that's going to make everything easier for everybody? So it's important to run it through that filter because most agents and a lot of small business owners say, how can I get more sales? So I'm going to go buy a lead source, but they don't systematize it and they don't make it easier. So actually they're creating more work. It's that shiny object syndrome. Adding to your business should not create chaos. Adding to your business should not create chaos. It should create efficiency and make everything easier. So the best teams I know are constantly adding things that are going to make their life easier. And you know what? How they know it's going to make their life easier? Because typically they're in a mastermind, they're in a community with other elite performers across our industry, across our country, who said, hey, I tried this idea, it's working, why don't you try it? So if you're not masterminding with other top agents, you're missing out on tools and resources that can accelerate your business at a higher level. Part 2A is gonna be your adjust. So once you add something, you start to test it. Hey, does it work in this situation? Does it work in that situation? Are we doing it correctly? Because you can add a product to something and keep doing it over and over and over again. And if it's not effective, you're actually creating problems within your business that you're gonna have to fix later. It could be a labor issue, it could be a morale issue, or it could be a cost prohibitive activity if you're not making those adjustments. We're constantly making adjustments to our business, and the most elite agents adjust faster than you do. They test faster than you do. They usually can because they're doing more transactions, and they'll see over the course of a week or a course over a month that they're doing more transactions. Like, hey, these 6 things happened on these 6 transactions, let's fix that. Whereas a single agent or an individual agent may not have as many reps because they're not doing as many transactions. So you have to pay really close attention to your activity and make sure that you're making the minor adjustments so you can constantly move fast. Okay? So what does that look like? It talks about straight up, it's about SOPs, and SOPs are standard operating principles or practices. If you do not have all your tools and resources written down on how you use each one in every single situation, your business is going to be sloppy and it's going to slow down. And that also means when you lose your admin because she, doesn't want to work for you anymore for some reason, you have to put somebody in and they have to relearn everything. And if they don't know how to do it and you don't know how to do it because that's why you hired an admin in the first place, you're going to be taking yourself out of production or taking yourself out of growth mode to try to retrain this person. So if you do not have a written document in a Google Drive or in a binder talking about exactly what you're doing, you have nothing to adjust from. You don't have anything to modify from. You're making it up, you're flying by the seat of your pants, and that's not how you run a great business. And then the last day is accelerate. Accelerate is all about scale. Once I have added something, I've tested it, I've figured out how it works, and then I've adjusted it to figure out how it can be efficient. Once you've figured out the efficiency and you're not having problems anymore, now it's about scale. It's how fast can we run this play? How many times can we run this play a week? If it's a sales cycle, what are you doing that you can get it in front of more people? If it's a transaction cycle, that means how many more transactions can we do? So can we get more players out there? So when we're talking about what separates an average team or an average agent from an elite agent, it's really about those 3 A's. They're adding things, they're adjusting rapidly and accelerating, but they just do it at such a higher pace than the average agent. So how do you duplicate and replicate that? It's really simple. It's get into a mastermind, get into a community of other agents who are doing incredible work and say, can I copy that? Can I get some of that? Can I get some of that? And if you do that, you're going to be able to move so much faster. The reason Porchlight, Florida and Jacksonville has been able to move as fast as we have in the past 9 months, it's because I'm 100% just ripping off what other successful agents are across the country. When your team is doing 800 to 1,200 units, what are you doing? Okay, I'm going to do that. Instead of me trying to figure it out and reinvent the wheel, I'm just going to copy what works. And then I'll make the adjustments to make it work within my team, within my system. And then once that works, then we can accelerate. So our team right now, we've built a really good foundation for our small group, and it works. It's very functional. Everything's fine. So now it's accelerate time. So I'm adding as many agents as possible to our system until we break the system. So the agents will overload the system until it breaks. And then we'll fix this, we'll make our adjustments, and then accelerate again. And that's how all businesses in any vertical, scale at a high level and make a lot of money. Guys, I'm your friend and favorite real estate agent, Steve Shane, here to help you out. Please do me a favor, hit that like and subscribe button, hit that notification button so you know when the Daily Steve is coming. Guess what? It's daily. I look forward to hanging out with you and talking to you soon. Have a great day and keep it on.